I'm sure some of you have seen the news, some of you may not have seen the news or whatever, but basically on, was it Tuesday? Was it Monday? It was after stream. It was definitely after stream. When did I post it to the mods? Because I was like, what the fuck's going on? Oh, yesterday. No, it was that was midnight. Wait, what? Hang on. Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? Tuesday night, Wednesday morning? Yeah, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Yeah, that's right. That's right, yeah. Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. It was after stream, so it's fun. Yeah. Yeah, for reasons I must say. Yeah, exactly, Madrid. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, so basically knee Beats or knee Kage or the other names that they used to have. Which if you don't know, I'm not going to do a proper shout out. I don't want to shout them out like properly, but we'll do like the old fashioned shout out, which if you don't know who they are, this is them. That didn't work. That's the wrong shout out. It's fine. Don't worry about it, chat. It's fine. There we go. So this is Nee. So you go, oh, I know Nee. She does a lot of DJing at the moment. She used to do games and we went into DJing about a year and a half ago. She's doing really, really well. But she was good friends, really close with someone called Dan or DaydreamerDan. We're not going to shout them out. Again, this is what I do. When I'm in these situations, I like to make jokes because this is my awkward energy. I don't mean to make light of anything. And if it comes across, I apologize. Just how I deal with stuff. It's just I make silly jokes. Just how I cope with these things. But basically, it came out that Dan had been abusive to Nee, abusive to Nee's dog, suicide baited her, and among other things, which again I'm only going to talk about the things that have been publicly available for about the last couple of years. Nee came out basically about a tweet on Tuesday evening and went live to talk about it. And the link, if you want to check the VOD, by the way, it's about 59 minutes. The link is there. That's the link to the VOD, which you want to get a bit more context about it and Nee talking about it. I will say it's very hard to watch, but it's the amount of love from chat is incredible. So at least that's something. And the reason why we're talking about it is just because there's been a few people in the last 2 months. This is particularly just streaming, not overall, because there's a lot of bad people. I've been in situations like that before in the past. I don't really want to talk about it because it's whatever, it's whatever it is. But I've been in situations before where, I've been used and all that stuff. And it's not ideal. It's not fun. But there's been a few people, which the other two people I didn't really know as much. Like Dan is the one that I probably know the most, but there's been other creators out there recently who's been called out by their behaviors and stuff. Some of you may know them and stuff. But also I'm just here to talk about Dan stuff. But Dan was someone who was, I would say he was a good friend. Like obviously states, when you spoke online and stuff, but he was one who came to my stream like 2-3 years ago and I think I tweeted, he's like, oh, I want to check out some new streams. And I tweeted him and he came into stream like years ago, went, oh, I really like your vinyls on your wall. I think that's really cool. And since then we formed a friendship and so with Nee as well. And spaces interlined and stuff. And I've been in their streams. They've been in my streams and stuff. And, but yeah, it's just, it was a big shock to hear. And I think for a lot of people, it was a big shock to hear because I don't think people realized, and I think that's fine. I think it's okay to look at it and go, shit, I didn't think that person was like that, which is why I say, people go, oh, I always had a feeling about this person. It's like, doesn't help anyone. A lot of people were completely blindsided by it. Myself included. When I saw it, I had to share with the mods just because I was like, what the fuck is going on? I literally said, what the fuck is wrong with people? I literally said, what the fuck is wrong with people? Yeah, I know I didn't see it coming, which I guess is human to hope and assume the best about people. Yeah, I mean, having that, I'm trying to get my words across. And again, if my words come across mumbled, but but if nothing else, it's like, thankfully, at least I've got some hope for humanity. you know, by being surprised that someone could be like that. Because I'm not got to a point where I'm so jaded and go, oh yeah, everyone's a dickhead, you know. I can confirm the actual quote was, what the fuck is wrong with people? Literally that. And then I put a content warning. Because I was like, I need so much in this event somewhere. But it's a massive shock. And I probably should have gone to bed, but I wasn't. I was up for like 2 more hours. But just, it was a big shock. And it's so disappointing to know what he's done and had done for that long to Nee and others around him, others around her. And it's like, again, you know, Dan was a friend, obviously not anymore, but Nee is a friend, and Nee's someone I care a lot about. She's been another person who I've connected with. And it's just fucking heartbreaking what she went through and what she spoke about on stream and all the things that she's had to deal with. And it's tough because and again, Edo Grumpy, welcome in. When you're in those situations, because like, I know I'm not, everyone's feelings are valid, but I think when you're a bit older, you understand a bit better that when you're in these situations, it's so hard to think it's how it shouldn't be like that, because you get manipulated. You know, it's not just one form of abuse, it's not just physical abuse, it's also mental abuse. You know, it's controlling behavior. You get in a space where you're convinced that you're in the wrong and you believe it. You believe it, or you're like, oh, I'm the one who's doing this. Or you decide to not see something or react to something. But you're like, oh, well, you know, I'll pretend that didn't happen. And your mind will just blank it out, you know. It's easy to say back, oh, you should have seen the signs. Oh, we saw it coming and stuff. But especially when you're in situations, you don't see it. You can't see it because it's so hard, because especially when you're with someone, you want to care for them and think the best of them. And you will, as human nature, want to sometimes not see all the shit around there. You know, sometimes you can't. Grumpy, I just think, also, Token, I just thankful that they got called out, because if it isn't, well, yeah, again, like I did say that I'm very glad that they get called out. I'd rather, if we had a situation where if it get called out or not happen, I'd rather it not happen, as in just don't be a garbage person. But I'm glad they got called out, and it's good that people are being called out for this behavior. But I'd rather them just not do the behavior. Like, that's a choice, isn't it? That's an option, isn't it? Grumpy, despite this serious topic, what the fuck is wrong with people? Makes me laugh because that's what helps me through the day. Well, that's my go-to pretty much every day. I'm grumpy. So every day, like, what the fuck is wrong with people? But like, again, all the love to Nee. Like, if you please check out, if you're mentally able to watch them, they are very tough to watch. Nee's very open in what's happened and stuff, and she's very brave to do it, and my heart fucking breaks. But I know there's been a few content creators who've been called out justifiably, because again, fucking believe victims, all right? Fucking believe victims, because so many times, again, I'm not on Twitter like properly, like I don't tweet enough, but I'm on there enough to check out stuff. Like sometimes I share gaming news and Discord and stuff. But like, you see people disagreeing with things or going, oh, there's always two sides to the story. And those types of people is the reason why people don't come out about abuse, about these situations, because they think they're not going to be believed on the internet. The internet is a horrible, horrible place at times. Not always, but a lot of times. Jessica, people like that also create and ensure that those environments stay like that. The reason you don't see it is also very much because you aren't supposed to see it, and I think, and with some situations, everyone is there to make the lie stay true. Exactly. You know, and again, it's manipulation. I fucking hate gaslighters. Like, I was in a toxic relationship once, and getting out of that and realizing the manipulation that went on is tragic. I can only wish the best for them. Yeah, and again, like, I don't want anyone, like, I don't know anyone's situation, but I'm sure a lot of people have been in similar situations. Don't blame yourself for that. It's not your fault. But in the situations, because I've been there as well, you are made to feel like it is your fault. And you feel like if you try to come out with it, you won't be believed. And then when you do come out, you still get people going, well, I don't really believe it. You know, maybe just making it for clout or just trying to bring someone down. Believe victims. Believe them, because this is why people don't come out. This is why people don't come out about these things, because they don't think they're going to be believed. And it's horrible because, you know, we've already had free, and again, this is just streaming. This is not overall because, you know, it's a horrible place, but like just streaming, like Twitch streaming, like free creators have been called out in the last 2 months that we know of. There could be many out there who still to this day and continue to do this behavior on other people that we don't know about or see. And that's the worry. That's the reality of it. But I did want to speak about it just because, well, first of all, for me, Dan was a friend, Nee is a friend, and, you know, it was a big shock to hear about that. But, you know, I thought 1,000% Audrey, welcome back. What noodles you got? What flavors? I 100% stand by Nee. I completely believe them and everything because, I mean, just fucking watch the VOD. You can just fucking watch the VOD, you know. And, you know, I hope Dan just learns and doesn't hurt anyone else, you know. In fact, Nee was even like that. She was like, I'm coming out because I don't want anyone else being hurt by him. And that's so fucking strong. Yeah, people love to victim blame it to make it so hard for people to come out with such. Exactly. Because you look at internet, people are like, oh, well, you know, what about this side? It's like you're trying to bring them down. It's like you're trying to cancel them. I'm like, no, it's not about cancel. It's not cancel culture. If they do something bad, they should be justified to be called out for it. Oh, very nice, Audrey. Very nice. But also, I do want to speak about it because I know that maybe a lot of people, because a lot of people did message me. A few people did DM me about it because I had a bit of a vent, a quick vent, and people were like, is this about what I think it is? I was like, yes, it is. Also, can I apologize? I did 3 rants in a row. I do apologize. I didn't mean to. One was about doctors, one was about work, and one was about this situation. I didn't mean to do 3 in a row, but I was very aware. Yeah, and after watching the VOD, how can anyone say that she isn't genuine? I'll be seeing here the things that happened. Yeah, and again, hats off to being so honest about it. I've been following YouTubers longer than streamers, but yeah, this stuff is also coming to light there with creepy people being called out to people literally using dead relatives to get money from others. It's getting to a point where it doesn't seem shocking anymore how low people will go because you hear these stuff, and you know, I've heard stories like that, Just Guy, and it's just like, how can people be that low? And yet people keep doing it. People go, oh no, bet, and they'll just dig further, and it's just like, how, like, you know, none of us are perfect. We have our flaws. We have everything else. But how can you go, oh, how can people do some of the actions they can do? It boggles the mind. People often think that abusers are like these big villains, but in reality, they often act very nice and normal most of the time. 100%. 100%. People think, oh yeah, these abusers, they're all these people, these horrible people, they go around with a twirling mustache, I'm an evil person. No, they actually generally, especially in streamer space, tend to act very wholesome, very, very friendly, very inclusive, very all this other stuff. Go, oh, we're a safe space for people because, and again, I don't want to speak for people because again, everyone's situation is different. But as we've seen, the people that have been called out, especially on Twitch, they all promoted a safe space. They promoted an inclusive area for people, and then basically preyed on that niceness, you know, and the reasons why. They're compensating for their own actions to make themselves feel better or whatever, you know. I think that doesn't require apology. Some days just require a lot of events. I mean, that's valid. I was aware because I don't want to make it a habit. It was just, there was 3 days. It was just a lot going on. I was like, doctors and didn't get my address. Then I was work an hour later than I should have been until 11:30. And then this situation. No, I'll just blame Dan. It's fine. My 10 to 15 years, me 10 to 15 years ago probably wouldn't have believed. I'm going to grown so much in the last 10 years that there are times I wish I had grown sooner. I haven't deleted any of my own posts as I reminded myself not to go back to that way of thinking. That's right. That's very, very mature of you. I thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. And again, I don't want to say it's, no, not that. No. What's the word what's the word I want? Biased? Yeah, I don't, because I'm old, maybe because I've got more life experience per se. I see things and go, yeah, I believe the victims and stuff. But I understand that because of the internet culture, because of things around, because, you know, it's so easy to doom scroll and read things and you believe a certain way because the information is there, especially on places like Twitter. When you're young, you may not got a lot of experience. You sometimes want to be like, well, actually, what about this? Where now, looking back, hindsight's a great thing. You go, actually, no, I wish I never thought like that. But being honest about that, and like you said, being aware, not hiding from it, going, you know what, this is what I was like, but now I'm learning to teach myself actually, what is right. Takes a lot. So you should be very proud of yourself. Togo, as you hate that cope, YouTubers will say they're getting cancelled and others will back them up due to being so arrogant. Yeah, it's just cancel culture. No, it's just, you've just been a dick pet. You've just been a dick and been called out. You don't like it. And you know what's funny? People always say they're being cancelled, normally go into like Fox. Again, this is like published, like big, like celebrities, but they always like, oh, I'm being cancelled. Are you? So you did an interview on Fox and you've been cancelled. You don't understand how being cancelled means, do you? You understand what cancelling is. If you're being cancelled, cancel culture, why do you have a platform? Why you still have a platform there to talk about whatever you're talking about? You don't really understand, do you? I'm so proud of me, and everyone else has dealt with that. Having my first relation cheating on me, saying I was too nice for her. What? It opened my eyes for potential red flags in people, but some ones I shouldn't be opened if people treat relations properly. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, your eyes shouldn't have to be opened to see these things. People should just not be garbage. Also, Kat Jebel, welcome. Hi, Roy. I've been lurking, but I just want to say thank you for talking about this, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have found out about it and might have supported it. And that's why I also want to talk about it, because some people may not be in Discord. People obviously aren't on Twitter. I'm still aware of it because I think I need to keep an eye on things sometimes, even though I'm not active on it, because information's available on there. And if nothing else, I can use my platform to sort of talk about and just situation and go, hey, this situation, again, I'm not going to tell people to do what they want to fucking do. You can do what you want. You can support whoever you want. I'm not going to control that. I will just talk about what my experience is, what I've seen, and what my feelings are, and everything else. But again, you do what you want, but it's just making sure that people are aware of this information. Because sometimes, like you said there, Kat, you don't always see this stuff, and there will be people out there who don't know this stuff. People aren't on Twitter all the time. They aren't on Discord all the time. They will just be like, oh, this person's back streaming. Oh, cool. Hey, how are you doing? And they're like, they don't know the context because they won't see it, Because you can't be following everyone to find out all the information, because guess what? It's a lot of information out there. Daddy Freya has a song that I love. I never thought I needed to change, but it makes me proud to say that I've somebody else now. That somebody's not here to stay. They'll be going away soon. That's okay. It's okay. Again, we're not perfect. Even Nee says that. We're not perfect. We have our mistakes. We have our faults. That's what makes us human, But it's about knowing them, doing what's right, learning from them, and just trying not to be a garbage person, I panicked for a second because I luckily had my name cancelled. No, fuck, you're not being cancelled. I mean, what have you done? No, you're fine for now. But no, that's the reason why I want to speak about it as well, because again, there are people who aren't chronically online, who won't see the stuff, who literally just see a stream every so often. And because partly because I have a connection with both, I had a connection with Dan and I have a connection with Nee and their spaces, these spaces interlock. There's a lot of people here who are community members of those spaces and vice versa, and also as the waffle, it's good to talk about it because there will be people who are doubting online spaces as a whole. And that's valid. There will be people who are thinking, well, if I trusted this particular person for years in their space and they've come and they've been found out to be an abusive arsehole, who can I trust? And I'm here to say, but I don't know. And that's the honest truth. I'm not going to sit here and go, you can trust me, you can trust this person, because I know in myself what I am, but I'm not going to tell you that. And it's not because I'm trying to hide anything. It's just because I want just to be as authentic as myself, but I want people to make their own decisions. I don't want to tell people what they should feel or shouldn't feel. Unless it's about money, then obviously give me money, no refunds. But I don't want to go, I'm this, that, and the other. I just have a space that I like. I like this space. I like streaming. I like having chats about it. I don't like having chats. I like chatting about stuff, But it's just, I'm not going to be someone who goes, no, you should need to feel like this. No, you can trust me, I'm just going to be like, you know what? This is who I am, and you make your own decisions. But I understand there are people out there who are doubting a lot of spaces, and that is so sad, because I know for me as well, having this online space is so important to me. Like, I've been doing this for 3.5 years. I started during COVID, during a really bad period of my life. And this space helped me. Every day I'm waffling. This space has helped me. Damn you, bite. Damn me. Damn my rhythm. To be the person I am today. And it's helped me so much. You know, I feel so let down by Dan. It's not, for me, I've been through so much that I could be so jaded about life because I've been let down by so many people who I've trusted and let down by that. But I will always think the best of people and all their support and stuff. But I know there are other people out there who this might be the first time that you've been, in a way, betrayed because you are in a safe space, or you thought you were, and then suddenly the person that you appreciate, you watched, you liked, you felt safe in, becomes this person. You're like, fuck. If they're like this, who else is like this? Who else is hiding stuff? So I'm not going to tell you I'm this, that, and the other, and I hope others don't. But all I will say is just do what's right for you and know that your feelings are valid. If you don't feel safe in this space or any space, hi Starsy, welcome in. That's okay. I will say though, for me personally, if you do have any concerns or anything, please feel free to DM me. I'm not going to say, oh, don't worry, I'm great, blah, you don't have to worry about me. But if anyone is genuinely concerned about their online spaces and who they can trust, you can vent to me in DMs if you want to, if you just want a space to vent. You know, I won't be able to offer much advice, but you know, but yeah, I hope that bit makes sense, you know, because I just feel like if I'm going, oh no, you can trust me, it's just like, I'd rather just be myself and let other people make that decision for them. I don't want to make a decision for you. I'd rather you make the decision for me or any space. But at the same time, streamers or any content creators, it's difficult because I don't want to say be wary, because then that goes to one extreme to the other. Like, I don't want to say just be wary of people, because that can start a very negative mindset where you just don't trust anyone. You know, it's just getting about balance right. It's being aware that you don't always know what people are like behind the scenes. Like I don't know hardly anyone behind the scenes really. I'm not saying that I distrust anyone. Absolutely not. But what I'm saying is I don't know what you portray yourself in chat. Same with me. A lot of you don't know what I portray myself outside of streaming. Granted, I have said when I've met people and people have met me, they're going, yeah, Warwick's literally the fucking exactly the same. But that's from other people's words, not my own, you know? Also, yes, I have no idea until I saw your Discord post when you were already like an hour into stream. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because again, like I know not everyone's Discord. I try to sort of alert people when I can, but again, that's why I like always address stuff on stream, because also I feel like I can speak better. Like typing, difficult. I type something, go, yeah, that's done, and then I've got loads of spelling mistakes. And Rainy, bless them, goes, Warwick, there's a few grammar mistakes in your sentence. Like, thank you. Just like Todd says in BoJack Horseman, love that show. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Don't be afraid to change, accept your flaws and be yourself. And that's the thing. Like for you, it's just hard, because I know there will be people out there who've maybe not dealt with stuff. This might be like, again, some of you may not turn down, and that's fine. But I will. Oh, I've been messaged. Oh no. Oh no, thank you. You're very welcome. I'm not saying your name because I don't want to say, but no worries. Again, like, hey, Plushie, thank you for the 14 months. Thank you. I've turned the alerts off because I don't want inappropriate things playing when I'm trying to speak. The internet can be both best and worst place possible thing to ever exist. I would never find my friends without it. And I'm pretty sure I would have found out about who I already am as a person without it. The worst is oversaturation and negativity. Plushie, absolutely. I'm very thankful for the internet, because if it wasn't for streaming, I don't know where I would be. And that's an honest truth. Honest truth. I don't know who I would be. I probably wouldn't be the person I am today. And I like myself today. There's things I want to improve, but I like myself today. You know, I found about being non-binary, about, you know, all this other stuff and things that make sense for me. And And I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for this community, you know. I'm very thankful for this space that we've created together. You know, I'm very thankful for that. And it makes me want to stream all the time. I've been streaming for 3.5 years, so I'm very thankful for that. But also, the internet, like you said, does bring a lot of negativity and a lot of people who will use that to their advantage and prey on people and hurt people close to them. And it's horrible. So all I will say is anyone who's doubting themselves or doubting the spaces they're in and going, who can I trust? I'm not going to say you can trust this, that, and the other, because I don't think that's fair. But what I will say is that there are some decent spaces out there, and just keep yourself safe. I think, again, I'm not trying to say keep yourself closed off. You're our non-binary overlord, and you're kawaii. I'm very kawaii. Thank you. I'm very kawaii. Wait, I thought I told everyone to call me senpai. What happened to that? Or do we stop doing that? No, don't start. No, stop. No. Do that later. Don't do that now. Don't do that now. We're having a serious conversation. Warwick, shut up. No, we'll talk about that later. It's fine. All right? Don't worry about it. I just remembered what we were talking about at the end of last stream. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Right, but no, don't, because serious topic. God, why am I like this? But yeah, fuck you all. Fuck me. I don't know. You do what you do, but I will just say there are still spaces out there, and don't discredit every single space now because of one person or few people. You know, in all honesty, it's only February. Granted, it's March tomorrow, but you know, 3 people just in the Twitch space has been called out for their really bad behavior. We've still got like another 9 months to go. So I'm expecting more people to be called out. I'm not wanting more people to be called out. I don't want people to be garbage, but as we can see, if all their 3 people found out within certain communities being called out for the really horrible behavior, likelihood that there'll probably be more being called out, you know? So do what's right for you. If anyone listens to this, even now or in the past, or watch in the past, in the future, if you go, you know what, this has really rocked my world, in a bad way, not a good way. This has really rocked my foundation. I don't know who I can trust now. Know your feelings are valid, and that's okay. My DMs are open if you want to have a chat about it, if you genuinely are concerned. I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. You do what's right for you. All I will say is I like to live by the things around me. I don't like to boast. I joke boast. Is that a word? That sounds dirty. I like to joke boast, you know, as we clearly know about myself, but I rather like having my actions speak for them and how I conduct myself in ways. Let that speak for me, rather than having to put words in my mouth to you guys, you know? Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Ooh, there we go. Let me catch you on chat before I get concerned. I'm very honest. I still don't know why Warwick doesn't choose me as mod. Full of sarcasm, seriously. Why wouldn't choose me after saying I'm the worst? Yeah, why would I choose you as a mod? I'm the worst choice. Don't choose me. Now, why wouldn't Warwick choose him as a mod? Bye. Sideways? Sure, why not? Void, never forget to clip out content. Always clip out content. Please always clip out content. This is what this stream is about. We can have a serious conversation about stuff, but then also have jokes in the windows. You know, it's part of what this is. Just be aware that things might change with people. I think that's what you mean. Yeah, things will change. Things can and will change with people, you know? And no, it's not your fault. Regardless if you're directly or indirectly involved or affected by it, it's not your fault. You know, there will be people out there who go, oh, did I do something wrong? Why didn't I see the signals? No one saw it with Dan. I didn't see it. A lot of people didn't see it. You know, some people very close, obviously living there, may have saw it. But again, you know, these types of people will manipulate everything. They will manipulate not just people around them, but also the spaces around them. They will promote themselves in a certain way. They will talk about themselves in a certain way to negate any potential bad behaviors. And anyone who does question them will get drowned out and go, oh, no, they're not like that. They can't be like that. Hey, guess what? They can. They can. Anyone can, unfortunately. Anyone can be a horrible person one day. And it's scary, but I don't want anyone losing hope in people overall, especially online spaces, because for me, I'm so thankful for this online space. I'm so goddamn thankful. Like, I'm feeling so much better in myself than I ever have done. There's still things I want to improve, but, you know, as in life. But I don't want people losing hope in things that they like, because that would be so painful. Just, again, people make their own choices, but I don't want these situations. One, I don't want it going two ways. I don't want it to numb you to just go, you know, I don't trust anyone. Fuck everyone. I mean, you know, valid feeling, absolutely fucking valid, and that's you. Great, you know, you do you. But I don't want anyone feeling like, oh, well, if I can't trust this person, I can't trust anyone, you know? At the same time, I don't want people putting all their eggs in one basket, as it were, in someone to then be let down by them, because, you know, people will let people down, you know, sometimes indirectly, sometimes directly, sometimes on purpose, sometimes not on purpose. But just know your feelings are valid. Just you are valid in how you feel. Even not knowing how you feel, that's also valid. You know, not making sense of it, going, wait, I don't understand this. I don't understand what's going on. Why is it like this? That's also okay. It's not great. Trust me, I know it's not great. Be like, you want the answers. You're like, why am I anxious? Why am I like this? It's like the brain's like, I don't fucking know. You know, but yeah, people can change. People will change. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. And especially online, you know, it is easy for people to hide things, as we found out. But, you know, I don't want to make it about myself, but I feel very let down by the situation or what's happened. And I feel my heart breaks for Nee, because Nee's such a wonderful human being. Expect the worst and hope for the best. I mean, it's not bad advice. I don't want. I mean, when you get old enough and you realize there's a lot of shit out there, it's like, what else can you think? Expect the worst and hope for the best. Yeah. Because, you know, you don't want to, I've gone through life being so pessimistic. I think, oh, everything's just going to go wrong. And it does. But I think it's because I always thought it was going to go wrong, you know? And it's just, that wasn't healthy for me. Again, it works for everyone else. And you do you. Like, I'm not trying to say, hey, you should do this. It's just, for me, my experience of what I've experienced and stuff. Time is a word to soup, but I don't think time travel has been invented yet. Not yet, but maybe soon. Guava, I do think it's important to remember that a community made around a streamer. Yes, obviously what is going on with the streamer is important, but doesn't mean that others within the community are different behind closed doors. And I hope that support that was found between members of the community is not tainted. Cap, Guava Love Cap, yes, that's the thing, because there's a community, there's Dan's community who will be devastated by this, who will be hurt. And some of you are part of that community. Some of you are more directly involved than others. And some of you don't know, just know off name. But there will be communities who have literally been blindsided by this, or communities. And your feelings are valid with that, not knowing what to feel. It doesn't make that community any less of a community. Because again, yeah, let's say it was Dan's community, he was the streamer. It doesn't make the community any less valid. You know, it doesn't change the people within that community. So it's not like, oh, you are an extension of his behavior. You are not. You are never an extension of anyone's behavior. You know, even this community, you know, we like wholesome chaos. We like balls. Why am I like this? But, you know, you are never an extension. You're never part of that in a way. Like, if I do something really bad, you know, that doesn't reflect on you as a community, as a person in this community. And I hope that the people in that community directly involved, you know, mods, VIPs and stuff, you don't blame themselves. But I'm sure they will, because it's easier it makes sense of it to blame yourself. You know, I've done it. He's like, I don't understand this. I know, I just blame myself. That makes it easier. It is easier. Doesn't feel great, but it's easier. Technically, we can travel into the future. NASA measured it with 2 clocks Extreme high-speed travel makes time a tiny bit slower in vessel. Does it? Is it worth it, though, Bite? Is it worth it? So that's the experience. I experienced garbage behavior almost a year ago for someone I thought was a genuine friend. Turns out I didn't see the signs of a narcissist at first. Luckily, I got away from it before it was too late. So talking about these types of topics, I appreciate it as raising it. And that's like another thing. I just want to raise awareness because there will be people out in these streams, in these communities and further afield who haven't dealt with this before, who don't know, understands it ins and out. Not ins and out, but understand that people are like that in life and online, and not understand these feelings that they may have or understand what to feel, you know? And also there will be people in here, I hope not, but it seems probable that there will be people watching this who are probably in this situation or in a similar situation or been in the situation and not understood what was going on until you go, oh shit, that was going on. And you know what? Guess what? Wasn't your fault. I just know that. If I know one thing, wasn't your fault. Wasn't your fault. Narcissists and abusers and stuff, they will make it seem like it's your fault because I think is it guilt? I think it's because they feel like guilt, so they have to pass on that guilt to others to make themselves feel better. But it's never your fault. It's never your fault. And also, it's not your fault not knowing these signs because we all have rose-tinted glasses when we're in a situation, good or bad, and we want to believe the best in people, even if we might be as jaded as anyone. We might still want to believe in the good, you know, because you've committed time or effort or whatever to someone or something. So you want to make it work, and then you are like you tunnel vision. You know, you look at what's in front of you and you ignore everything else because that's easier for you. And again, also valid. So also same, I know I'm not the most active in the service, but finding this community has helped me a lot from coming out, exploring my feelings instead of blocking it out and becoming more sociable. So again, I love that. And again, it's helped me out as well. And again, I don't want these situations to have an effect on people who can't have those spaces anymore. Fuck off. Because that would be such a shame because these online spaces for me have helped me so much. And I will continue to still trust people because I've got friends around me that I will trust and stuff. But also know that, you know, at any point, people can be garbage, you know. I also appreciate it when there are things are brought up to light discussed because so many people have encountered or will at some point encounter abusive actions from people they trust. It's good if you know to look for warning signs and be a healthier amount of careful in your relationships. Maduro, absolutely. And again, this is what I want to talk about. Like, it's not my usual thing. I know we talk about serious topics, but I think it's my duty as a waffle lord. Is it waffle senpai? What am I like this? To talk about these things, to be honest about that these things happen and be open about it. It's tough. It's very tough. And, you know, that's how life is sometimes. And I don't know all the answers. I don't know half the words I'm saying, but if nothing else, talking about it and being open about it and these things and understanding a little bit better helps a lot of people, hopefully. Maybe it won't. Who knows? I have a different variation on that. Plan for the worst, hope for the best. No expectations. I mean, that's what's valid. But again, I don't want to get to a jaded point where you don't expect anything. No, you want to have a bit of hope, you know. But again, you do what you want to do. Again, people's situation is different. People's things are valid. I don't think you should expect the worst. I think you need to brace for the worst. But the fact we have a mentality based around this is crazy. It's not. I wouldn't say it's crazy, Togan. I wouldn't say it's crazy. It's just because there's so much garbage people out there and so much garbage in the world. I like the word garbage. It's just like garbage. That it's hard not to. It's hard not to think otherwise, you know. Hello, Void. I come to support today's Sound of Serious Junior. It was a bit now. Yeah, it was. It wasn't affecting me directly. It's just someone's been called out as abuser to a friend, and it's just communities are connected. So it's just talking about and being honest about this stuff because I think stuff like this should be talked about. Again, I'm not a. I was going to say I'm not an adult. I'm not an adult. No, I'm 12, just with a fake beard. I have a responsibility to talk about these things and be open because, like Maduro and others have said, if nothing else, it will get conversations talking and people being aware of these things. And sometimes people can be garbage. And also, hopefully not, but you may go, oh shit, this seems like a situation even I'm in or friends in or something that I've seen and be aware about it, you know? But yeah, just to go, you are not responsible for how others act, but you are responsible how you act with that. So okay to expect a good from someone who ended up giving bad, but what you can impact how you handle it and how much you're willing to put with for you and others. Yeah. And again, I think the bottom line will be is just it's not your fault, regardless of what situation you're in with these things. Like if you're directly being in the situation, it's not your fault. If you're impacted in a way, it's not your fault. Your feelings are not your fault. Your feelings are valid, regardless of how you feel. They are valid. And even if you don't know how you feel, guess what? Also valid. Yes, if you're a victim of abuse, it's not your fault. No, absolutely not. And again, you will feel like it's your fault because you've been programmed and conditioned to feel like that because that's how abusers work. Sassy, I really wish they would speak about these kinds of topics in school and workplace. Again, Sassy, taxes, behavior, bad behavior. Let's put like a broad term. Taxes, bad behavior. What else? Schools should more taxes. Fucking. Why don't schools teach tax? Ridiculous. Like, oh, I know UK mostly, unless you're self-employed, your tax is paid for, but it's just like we're learning stuff that we don't need. Photosynthesis. All right, cool. I might be able to answer a quiz in like 20 years. Thanks. Plants eat sun. Or whatever they do. They eat the sun. I don't know. I went to school years ago. It's fine. But yeah, I wish they would teach this stuff. Just, I don't know. But again, I feel like that gets in a separate subject where you talk about that sort of stuff, Sassy, and then you get parents, and again, I'm generalizing here, but it's what I see on the internet and stuff, where parents are like, oh, you teach our kids all this stuff. How dare you? Blah, blah, blah. Han, think of the 5 stream years. Thank you. That's what I say. So... I waffle liege. Good do. Go to my head though. Senpai Wick. Okay, please resume serious. Go back to crochet now. Thank you, Jan. Togan, I swear you could pull up a BoJack Horseman quote for every situation. BoJack Horseman is incredible. If you are not in the right headspace, don't watch it. It's amazing. Oh my God. It's funny. When you look at someone through rose-colored glasses, all the red flags just look like flags. That's a very good quote. I love that quote. It's funny. You look at someone through rose-colored glasses. All the red flags just look like flags. Very, very, very true. BoJack Horseman, my God, such a good show. Devastating. But people were great. Then people went and ruined it. Yep. People are bastards. No expectations for me is about going into everything with an open mind. Oh, okay. I like open mind. I like an open mind. Yeah, I like an open mind. Yeah. The great waffle senpai. Oh, I like that. Also, there are situations that can happen in other relations that just romantic sexual. Oh, yeah. Not just romantic sexual, but any situation. Friendship, acquaintances, work, everything really, Hey, trans gamer, good to see you. I so found a great smartwatch. It's on a huge discount. The one I plan on getting. That's a good discount. Nice, trans. Nice. I will say, anyone's popping in recently who might not have seen, we're talking about some serious topics. Check out the pinned message. Why we got no music. the chat knows, community knows, when I turn the music off, it's normally something serious. So that's why I have no music for like half an hour. But yeah, we are talking about some serious topics about abuse and stuff. So if it's not your thing, we'll be back resuming in about half an hour or so. I got one of the group of friends because I realized they were gaslighting me for my disabilities. Again, it's so easy to be stuck in a situation and not know until you get others or you try to step back and go, oh shit, actually, I don't deserve to be treated like that. Even though people make you feel like you do. Han, welcome in. How you doing? A general administration's course in school would be nice to know how and where to go to request a new passport. Yeah, where do you go get a passport? You have to learn that yourself. You're like, oh, where do you get a passport? Oh, post office. Oh, okay. How do you do that? Oh, you do the, just stuff that we need in life. We're doing good, Han. We're just talking about no, Pima, no. We're talking about some serious stuff. I'm doing good. Got home. Hey, Hunt, hope it went well. Hunt, I hope it went well. But yeah, we're talking about some serious stuff. But yeah, basically, TLDR is DaydreamerDan is being confirmed, called out for being a abuser, horrible person, and horrible things to me. A friend of mine. They were both friends. Obviously, one isn't anymore. No longer Dan. But there are people out there who are like that, especially just in the stream space, not overall, because there's a lot more out there, but like interesting stream space. Hello, Root. Welcome in. And just, I wanted to just be open about it. We're doing good. We're talking about serious stuff. It's fun. My longitudinal kawaii waffle senpai overlord and also watches BoJack Horseman. I'm honored. I can't say any of all that in one go. For me, it was, nah, you're good, Root, you're good. Hello, governor. I was hardly have any friends, so if I drop these, I have none, which was a lot worse. So I basically let the enemy make me believe they were friends. In the meantime, I felt horrible about myself. Again, back to what's talking about communities. There will be people in these communities who only had one or two, and they've lost one and go, well, I can't leave this community, even though this person's a bad person, because I won't have any community. And that's so sad. So sad. And it's just, I think just, you do what you need to do out there. People who are watching this now, in the future, in the past, just do what you need to do. Just, none of this is your fault. You know, none of this is your fault. People are garbage. People will continue to be garbage. And just, I guess, be careful, I think. Don't put any particular streamer or any person on a pedestal, because you never really know what people are like sometimes. You like to think, but sometimes you just can't. And for whatever reason, you just can't find out. And just know that if these situations happen to you directly or indirectly, it is not your fault and your feelings are valid. Yeah. I think that's right. Yeah. Yeah. And unless we're full of shit, we will have the ability to become garbage. I like that quote. Yeah, that's good. That is a good point. Yeah, we'll have the ability to become garbage, you know? And some people do. Some people do. The only thing that deserves to be in pedestal is your health, mental and physical. Yeah, put yourself in pedestal. You can do that. It's fine. But yeah, was that okay? I don't know. I'm not really asking for validation. I'm just like, was that helpful? Hope I came across well enough. I don't know. Again, I'm just talking. Music's back, by the way. Bad friends can prevent you from finding good friends. Getting rid of them can be painful, but for better later on, yes. But again, in the situation, sometimes you feel like you can't get out of that. You can't get out, you know, and that's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine to feel like that. No, don't thank me. I'm just doing. It helps me talk about this stuff as well, you know.